Hello, Bears. What's going on in Chicago? Well, get ready because the rumors are flying. It's circulating that DJ Moore, our talented wide receiver, might be traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With so many injuries in Jacksonville and Moore's tough season here, this trade could be a turning point for both teams. But is this for real? Let's check out all the details and analyze what could happen. The Jaguars are going through a tough stretch, especially with the loss of their top wide receiver, Christian Kirk, to injury. And with the team holding a 2-7 record, bringing in someone like DJ Moore could give them the boost they need to turn things around. However, Moore's season with the Bears hasn't been easy. With only 374 yards and 3 touchdowns in 8 games, his numbers are far from the success he had before. This could mean that a trade might benefit both sides. For the Jaguars, this trade would be a breath of fresh air. They would gain a reliable receiver, capable of making big plays in any situation, and a key piece for Trevor Lawrence's recovery and improving his season. For the Bears, the trade makes total sense. With the team in a rebuilding phase, protecting Caleb Williams, our QB of the future, is the priority. So DJ Moore could be a piece that helps build a stronger offensive line while bringing in valuable draft picks for the future. Now, the big question: is it worth it to lose a player like Moore with over 5,000 yards and 24 touchdowns? For the Bears, maybe. If it means strengthening the foundation around Williams, who knows? Of course, the trade isn't confirmed yet, but the scenario is real and fans are divided. What do you think? Is it worth letting go of Moore to protect Caleb Williams' future? Drop your opinion in the comments. Let's keep an eye on the developments of this potential trade because DJ Moore is no ordinary player. He has over 5,000 receiving yards in his career and has proven to be a serious weapon in any team's offense. His ability to run precise routes, his speed, and his endurance on the field make him a top-tier target. When he's in full form, Moore is one of the most dynamic receivers in the league, capable of breaking defenses, shaking off tackles, and always being reliable in the red zone. On the other hand, what the Bears really need right now is a solid offensive line to give Caleb Williams the time and protection he needs to grow and reach his potential. Let's not forget, he's already faced immense pressure since entering the NFL. The Chicago team needs to ensure he has the right environment to evolve, and acquiring draft picks would be a strategic move. These picks could be used to reinforce the offensive line, giving Williams more opportunities to develop as the team's leader. So, is letting go of Moore a decision that makes sense for the long term? For many, the answer lies in the team's future. Losing a player of Moore's caliber might be painful in the present, but rebuilding the team needs to be done strategically. If the trade means strengthening the key pieces around Caleb, that might be the sacrifice needed for the team to shine in the next decade. Now, for Jaguars fans, imagine the impact of having DJ Moore on your team. Trevor Lawrence would finally have the #1 receiver he desperately needs, someone with experience and the ability to make a difference in critical moments. This could revitalize the Jaguars' offense and even change the trajectory of their season. With Moore in Jacksonville, the offense could become more fluid and consistent, which would be a huge relief for Lawrence, who's still searching for his ideal form. It's a scenario that will spark plenty of discussions in the coming days, and we're here to track everything closely. For you, Bears Nation, does this trade make sense? Do you think losing Moore will really help in the team's rebuild? Or are we just giving up on rare talent in exchange for stability that still needs to be built? Leave your comment and share your thoughts because we're in this together. Don't forget to support the channel with your like. And of course, subscribe to stay updated on all the news. The Bears are constantly on the move, and every decision counts for the future. As a Bears fan, the situation involving DJ Moore really leaves me torn. On one hand, DJ Moore has been one of the few bright spots in our team's offense. When he came in, we all expected him to be the big leader in our aerial game, and even with the season's challenges, he still showed flashes of his talent. His ability to make spectacular catches and be a constant threat on the field can't be ignored. On the other hand, I understand the reasoning behind this possible trade. Caleb Williams is the future of the franchise, and rebuilding the team needs to be done smartly. The draft is a crucial tool for improving our offensive line, which has been one of the team's weakest points in recent years. The offensive line needs urgent reinforcement to give Williams the time he needs to grow and become the franchise QB we all hope for. Sacrificing a player like Moore, who hasn't yet reached his maximum potential in Chicago, might be the price to pay to make the rebuild happen faster and more effectively. But I can't deny that losing Moore worries me. He's an elite receiver, and trading him might give the impression that we're giving up on immediate success. Losing a player of his caliber is never easy, especially since Moore still has so much to offer. Anyway, as a fan, my feeling is that rebuilding needs to be done with patience. If the trade really happens, I hope it brings long-term results. I just want to see the team competitive again, and if that means sacrificing some good players now to ensure a solid future, then I'm in favor. But honestly, I hope our new direction doesn't lose sight of the importance of keeping a few key pieces to ensure Williams doesn't feel alone in his growth journey. This trade leaves me with a feeling of uncertainty, but also optimism. I understand the logic behind trading DJ Moore. The team is in a rebuilding process, and any move that seeks to strengthen Caleb Williams' future and improve the offensive line can be very valuable. A strong offensive line is essential for Williams to grow without being pressured all the time. So if trading Moore brings draft picks that help reinforce that line and give the Bears a chance to bounce back more quickly, it's worth it. However, my concern is that we're dealing with the future of the franchise here. DJ Moore isn't just a good receiver, he's a real threat on offense. He's already proven capable of producing in tough situations, and despite this not being his best season, he still has a lot to offer. This means that by making such a trade, we're losing an important piece in the offense, which could have provided immediate support for our new QB. The decision to trade Moore could be seen as a tough blow to our fan base, who already has few certainties about the team right now. Still, if the team chooses to go through with this trade, we'll need to trust the management's ability to use these future draft picks wisely. Strengthening the offensive line and continuing to build a balanced team around Caleb Williams should be the priority. Rebuilding is never easy, but with the right draft picks, we could see a bright future ahead. I think the biggest challenge will be maintaining the balance between rebuilding and competing. We can't forget that, while the future is important, the team needs to keep a solid foundation to ensure Williams has the conditions to shine. If this trade happens, I hope the short-term impact isn't too negative, but rather a strategic move to strengthen the team for the long term. As a Bears fan, I've always believed that, deep down, what we want is a strong, competitive team that can fight for the playoffs and, who knows, maybe even a Super Bowl. We're in a transition period, but with patience and the right leadership, I believe we can get there. Bear down.